That's easy. It happens a lot. We have people, because the Aiken market is about 50% retirement couples, most of them are looking at 5 to 6 cities in the southeast, and Aiken just about sells itself. Unless somebody really wants coastal for some reason, most people just love the Aiken feel. They love the restaurants, they love the downtown area. Golf is usually big with retirees, and we have several wonderful golf courses here.
Honestly, be at home with my family. We've got kind of a a compound going. My in-laws are right beside me, and my sister-in-law's across the street, and my mom's about a quarter mile away. Family, a good place to raise kids. I've got 3 girls, and I think it's a great place for them to grow up.
And just the community feel, I think, of Aiken, it sells itself. Once I do a tour of Aiken, 9 times out of 10 the people call back and say, we went to several other cities, but we just didn't get the feel.
I think the hardest thing about finding the right home is balancing your wants and your needs and your expectations. People see all the bells and whistles on HGTV, and that's what they expect.
For almost everyone, purchasing a home is the largest investment you'll ever make. So it's important to that person that they make the right decision. It's important to me that we find the perfect home for them. That doesn't mean there won't be compromises, but it's important to really spend time with someone who's ready to make that investment and really learn what are the things that are important to them. Most people with just about anything, when you have a dream of something, you anticipate that it's going to be easy. I talk to first-time mothers sometimes about this. When when you're thinking about having a child or when you're pregnant, you have these visions of little cherubs flying around in clouds, and you're all happy, and everything's going to be pink or blue, and everything's going to be perfect. And you want it to be, and certainly there are moments like that. But that's just not the way that it really is. What it really is spit up and changing diapers and no sleep. But you love it, and so you do it. The comments always for us is, they were a dynamic duo, or if Emily wasn't available, Renee was, or Virginia was so there for us, even when Emily or Virginia couldn't be available. In 2016 and beyond, I think it's important that you have a team because there are so many changes and so many regulations that have to be followed and rules that have to be followed, and it takes a team. It takes a team to make sure that that process runs smoothly and that nothing is missed.
There's so much to do, and to have somebody there to help you is an amazing thing, because it takes some of the stress off of you. It gives you your own personal time. I mean, we're able to kind of balance our schedules and have personal time. Our job bleeds into the evenings and bleeds into the weekends, so having somebody to share that gives us a little bit more flexibility.
When one member is not available, the other one is. One of the things that we always do is back each other up. We always try to form a relationship with those people as a team, but also individually.
I think that Renee and I, and with Virginia, we really do a good job of educating our clients and spending the time with them to set them up for what their expectations are and what they can actually get.
It's important to be licensed in that there are things that an unlicensed assistant cannot do. They can't talk about pricing with somebody. They can't talk about adjusting price on a home. Nothing that has anything to do with any documents that we sign. So it's very advantageous to have an assistant who is licensed. And here in our office, under this broker, here, Meybohm, we do not have any unlicensed assistants. If we have someone come in, then we encourage them very quickly to get their license. It's just important for them to be licensed, and they're much more beneficial to the team if they are licensed.
Real estate is very complex, and it's a lot more complex than people really tend to think. They think they can put a sign up in their yard and people will call and that'll be the end of it. But there are actual laws that are in place even if you do for sale by owner.
When you are a realtor, you are a member of the National Association of Realtors. And because of that, you are held to a higher standard of ethics and training and staying abreast of what is going on in the market than a real estate agent.
You still have inspections, you have appraisals, you have so many other steps involved to get to the closing table. And then the information that needs to go to the closing attorney, and there's just a lot that's involved in a real estate transaction that I believe that you need an expert for, and I think that that's why you should go with a realtor.
Anytime you have experience in anything, you can take that history and apply it and use it. In any business, somebody who has experience is always going to be the best option.
If one of us is out, there's somebody else there that is doing the job that they can get in touch with. The availability of a team is so much better. She's horrible. She's a horrible person. No, Renee is awesome.
We make each other laugh. I think that's probably one of the best things about Emily.
Renee and I are very compatible. I don't know if it's that we're opposites or if we're exactly alike. I can't figure it out, but we just play off each other very well. And when I am down, she's up. And then very rarely when she is down, I'm up. And we'll look at each other and we're like, we just did a role reversal, because it's very rarely that way.
We kind of ping pong on each other, I guess, for lack of a better word. We talk about a lot of things. We're not just business partners, we're friends. We do things outside of work as well. But laughter, I think, is probably one of the best things. We tease one another all the time.
I'd miss Renee, and I honestly would hate not seeing her every day.
I think one of the best things about Meybohm and this office in particular is that the real estate shop was the original business, and it was 5 women here in Aiken that started the company. Then it was bought out by E.G. Meybohm later on, but 3 of those 5 women are still very active here in this office, and they are some of the best mentors that I've ever met, and they want us to succeed.
We have ideas that just bounce around the room, and when you're in the office with us, God, poor Virginia. Her back's to us, and I know she's just sitting there shaking her head. But it's almost like you could see a ball just going around the room, bouncing. She is one of the most hardworking people I've ever met. She came in, she's only been with us a year. She's only been in real estate for a year. And she came in with a vengeance.
Emily's younger than me. She is very tech savvy. That's probably one of the neatest things. It's probably the most frustrating thing to her that I'm not. But it's one of the best things for me is that I can quickly say, what is Twitter? How do I use that? Or I saw this and I don't know what it does. And so she explains that, and we're quickly able to take care of those clients if we need to when they are very tech savvy.
She will get an email with a document attached, and she will print the stupid thing off to scan it back into the computer. I mean, I've seen her do it, and I'm like, it's already in your computer. Why did you print it just to put it back in there? I don't understand. Like, it drives me crazy.
And we've all gotten locked out of houses. We've all been scared by a bat. We've all had some crazy things that happened to us in this business, had deals that we thought we would never be able to get to close, that you learn, through the process, how can I make this happen?
We're both very honest and straightforward. And I mean, we will just kind of tell you how it is. But we do balance that with professionalism when we're talking to our clients, of course. I mean, we don't just
A first-time home buyer is probably my very favorite. And there is nothing that's more rewarding than finding that first house for somebody and it being just that right house.
We are very serious when it comes to our jobs though. I mean, we don't goof off when it comes to that. We want to make sure that our clients don't overpay or don't undersell. I try to protect my clients just like I would if it was Haley. I think that's what I would want if my child was someplace else, so I try to do that for everybody else's child. It's a tough process and it's a big investment. I think we really do strive to educate our clients and make sure they know what's coming in the days ahead, and so that they don't, overpay or undersell. It's hard because we do have great teams in our own office that we're competing with. So that's a difficult question, but I do think that Renee and I provide a great service and that we're worth the chance. Because we're the best. We have a lot of great agents here at Meybohm. I learned under one of the best, Gail Gingrey. I hope that I'm making her proud.